going down? It's your boy Trey, and I'm back with another video. Today we're talking about the NBA. So, first of all, we have to talk about D-Wade's last dance. D-Wade will go down as the third greatest shooting guard of all time. One of the greatest careers of this generation. And it's good he had a triple-double in his last game and 30 points in his last home game. So that was a pretty good way to go out. And it was nice on his triple-double assist to get his 10th assist was to Udonis Haslem, longtime teammate, also played for the Heat he's played for the Heat his whole career. That was a nice way. But yeah, man. Future Hall of Famer. Great player. He will be missed in the league. Yeah, dope player. And he's way better than Paul Pierce. Come on now. Paul Pierce. Don't ever compare Paul Pierce to D-Wade. Don't ever do that. Magic resigned after 1 year. Well, honestly, I'm going to keep it a buck because no one else is going to keep it a buck. He was a horrible GM. He got rid of D'Angelo Russell, who's an all-star now. He got rid of Julius Randle, who's a double-double machine. And he signed a whole bunch of vets or like semi-average players to 1-year deals because I know they're trying to get a free agent summer 2019. A big free agent. But I mean, like, you had Bron. You could have kept D'Angelo and you could have kept Randle. And from what I remember, you drafted 2 point guards. I know, was that the other dude? Well, I believe so. I don't know how that would have went, but if anyway, I would have kept Russell and let Lonzo go. You could think about it. Your lineup could have been D'Angelo Russell, Ingram at the 2, Bron at the 3, Kuzma at the 4, Randle at the 5. That's a playoff team. D'Angelo Russell and LeBron could have been a 1-2 punch. But he was a bad GM. Oh, and they still had Rondo. Rondo could have been his, like, D'Angelo Russell's mentor. Lance Stevenson was a solid pickup. McGee was a solid pickup. But other than them three, I don't think they had any more solid pickups. But yeah, Magic, he was a bad GM. Great player, but bad GM. Kind of like Phil Jackson. Phil Jackson was a horrible GM or president, whatever he was. He just destroyed the Knicks, and the Knicks still suck. James Dolan, horrible owner. Horrible. The Lakers, they're just a mess. And I think the Pelicans, knowing the Pelicans, I don't think they want to, because the whole league, that was a fiasco. That, I think, hurt the chemistry now, because I think they're going to actively trade. And the Pelicans, that one GM was dumb. They offered all of their young guys. They offered Lonzo, Ingram, Kuzma, Hart, and I think a couple picks, Anthony Davis. And I think Zubiak too, but they ended up trading Zubiak. And nigga, you get a starting 5 of young players, 23 and under, plus 2 draft picks. You're going to decline that? And Anthony Davis is going to leave anyway. I think that might have been the best deal they could have ever took. Because I know the one that was talking about the Celtics. Now, Tatum or that. Because what would the Celtics trade? Because Ainge is a very good, smart at trading people. I don't think Ainge would just trade all of them away. Especially, he don't even know if Kyrie is going to stay or not. So say if Kyrie walks, who are you going to trade? You're going to trade Tatum, Brown, and who else? But I don't think he's going to trade both Tatum and Brown. Ainge is a little smarter because most of the times he wins the trades. Like, definitely, probably one of the best trades he's ever got was the Paul Pierce, Garnett, and Jason Terry for like 6 draft picks. Amazing trade. And Paul Pierce and Garnett played like 1 year after that, 1 or 2 years. And they still got the picks turned out to be Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, and then they flipped a pick into Kyrie. I don't think they're going to be trading like all of their young guys. I don't think Tatum, Rozier, and Brown are all going to go. Oh, and also with that dynamic, Kyrie or Rozier is leaving this summer for them, so they're going to have to figure out something with that. I don't have a favorite NBA team. I just like watching the sports. But into the playoffs now. My playoff predictions. Milwaukee and Detroit. I got Milwaukee winning the series. I don't want to be, because I know my games are going to be off. I just say Milwaukee's winning the series. Then we got Toronto and Orlando. Toronto's winning the series. Then we got the Sixers and the Nets. The Sixers are winning the series. And then we got the Celtics and the Pacers. The Celtics are going to win the series. Now, out of all 4 of them, the upset alerts, I'm thinking where, even though I got it's only real 4 major contenders in the Eastern. Milwaukee, the Raptors, the Celtics, and the Sixers. Those are the 4 I expect to get at least out of the first round. But the Celtics are a little dysfunctional. But they have probably the most talented roster in the East. So it depends on if they can click or not. If they on, it just depends. They still have the most talented roster on the East. Milwaukee, great team, but they're very young. And they kind of remind me of the 2014, 2015 Hawks. Great regular season team. They had like the best record too, I believe. Same coach, Michael Bulldozer or whatever. I just think they're young, and I don't think they'll beat the Raptors or I don't think they'll beat the Raptors or the Celtics or maybe even the Sixers. It just depends. I don't think they'll make it out of the conference finals or the second round. The Sixers, I really like the Sixers, but the downfall of the Sixers will be Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons is a nice player, but he has no jump shot and he sucks at free throws. So in the fourth quarter, especially you're a point guard, so you have the ball most of the time. He's a huge liability in close games. If they can maintain a close game with the Sixers the whole game, he's a huge liability. They can just use him to his advantage because he's going to have the ball most of the time. They could just foul him. Or they could just space him and try to force him to shoot. The Raptors are probably the most complete team. They have some, I would say maybe some shooting a little bit issues, but they're probably the most because they got, that's the wild card. Kyle Lowry always disappears in the playoffs. Maybe he might prove us wrong this year. You never know. But they got Kawhi, they got Kyle Lowry, they got Marc Gasol. They got a solid team. I think they pretty solid. But yeah, the 2 teams I think that might get exposed in the playoffs is Milwaukee and the Denver Nuggets. So we're going to the Western Conference now. Golden State going to sweep the Clippers. The Nuggets will lose to the Spurs. That's my confirmed upset. Only thing I say the Nuggets will win if DeMar DeRozan just sucks. If he just plays badly. He has a habit of sucking in the playoffs. So if DeMar DeRozan fumbles and just plays garbage the whole series, the Nuggets will win. But Popovich is going to keep him under contained. And I think if he starts playing bad, knowing how Popovich is, he's going to tell him attack the paint, or he might even just bench him and they'll just run the offense through Aldridge. Next up, we got the Portland Trailblazers, OKC. Also, another lower seed. I got OKC winning that. Portland, this has been about 2-3 years, 3-4 years now. They're a great regular season team. They just can't win in the playoffs, it seems like. Then we got the Rockets in Utah. I got the Rockets winning that series. It's your boy Trey Flacko. If you like the video, make sure to like, comment, share, subscribe. We gang it, and